Hello. These are the tag requirements for UC Merced. UC Merced enrollment full-time at the California Community College is strongly advised. If you have not been a full-time student while being at a community college, please contact the admissions about exceptions for part-time students. So if you've been part-time, you will want to get in contact with them prior to submitting your tag application. International students must also meet the English proficiency requirements for UC Merced. In addition, you must have completed 30 UC transferable units by the end of summer 21. Key words there are UC transferable. Not every course at OCC is UC transferable, so you want to make sure that you're confirming that you've completed 30 UC transferable units by the end of summer 21. They require that your first required transferable English course, this is the course that's fulfilling your Area 1A of your IGETSI General Education, and one UC required transferable math course to be completed by the end of fall 21. You have until the end of spring 22 to complete the second transferable English course or whatever course you're taking to fulfill Area 1B critical thinking of your general education. Now, the GPA requirement is based on your major and where your major is housed under, which school. So at the UC Merced, there's going to be different schools throughout the university, and each school houses multiple majors. So you find where your major is housed under to determine what your GPA requirements are. So the GPA requirements for all majors in the schools of natural science is a 2.9. All majors in the School of Engineering is a 3.0. All majors in the School of Social Science, Humanities, and Arts, except psychology, is a 2.8, and then psychology is a 3.0. UC Merced does have a few majors that are excluded from TAG. Those are Global Arts Studies program and Public Health. Now, if you're interested in these majors at Merced, this doesn't mean that you can't still apply as a regular transfer student. You just can't submit your guaranteed admission to that major for UC Merced. In addition, you must complete your 60 required transferable units by the end of spring 22, and make sure that you are fulfilling any major requirement coursework based on your major. You want to make sure that you're utilizing the school website as well as assist.org. So if I click this link here, it's going to bring me up to their transfer requirements at UC Merced. I'm looking for TAG. I want to see if there's any required major prep for my major. So let's say I am a biological science major. So it says in addition with the units, the English and math completion, the GPA, I also need to complete these courses by the end of spring prior to transferring. So that's courses that are equivalent to their Bio 1 and Lab, courses that are equivalent to their Chem 2, Chem 8, and Labs, Chem 10, Math 11 or Math 21, and Math 12 or Math 22. So how I would figure out what those courses are equivalent to is I would utilize assist.org, which will provide me with transfer agreement plans. So if you're not familiar with this website, everybody has access. It's a tool that provides transfer agreements between California community colleges and CSU and UCs. So you start using this middle box by typing where you're transferring from, so UC or OCC, and then where you're transferring to, UC Merced, and then you view agreements. And then you want to look up your major. So I was a biological science major. I think it's for all of them. So I'm going to view my agreement, and this will pull up courses that are equivalent to theirs at UC Merced. So everything on the left side is the course at UC Merced. Everything on the right side is the equivalent course at OCC. So scrolling down, Bio 1 is equivalent to Bio 180, 182, 183, and 185. So all that one biology course is equivalent to all of these biology courses, 180, 182, 183, and 185. Chemistry 2, 8, and Chem 10 is equivalent to Chem 180, 185, and then Organic Chemistry 1. And then, what was the last requirement? Math 21. So that would be Math 180 and 185. So as a biological science major, I need to not only fulfill my GPA requirements, but I also need to fulfill those major courses. So I need to make sure that those are fit within my time frame of when I want to transfer so that I'm eligible. Now, some specific things to UC Merced are these additional things. So you cannot have any unrepeated no pass D's or F's. So if you have an NP, a D, or an F that you didn't repeat, you want to make sure that you either repeat that course or get it alleviated through academic renewal so that that course is not factored into your GPA. You cannot have any more than total two. You cannot have any more than two total withdrawals in any major prep courses. And then by the end of spring 22, applicants can have no more than one major prep course with a grade of no pass D or F, even if you repeated it. So what that means is that you cannot have, if you withdraw from a major course twice, you have no more withdrawals from any major courses. So for biological science, it was those biology courses, those chemistry courses, and those math courses. I cannot have any more than two withdrawals in those. In addition, I cannot have any more than one failed grade with, even if I repeated it. So if I have two failed grades, that means I'm now ineligible to utilize UC Merced as my school. So it's very particular. These are not familiar with the other campuses, but that's why it's important that you look at campus specific requirements. If you're interested in any other campuses, please select those videos now.